pursuing Olympic gold. If you could dream a skating competition, you'd see the beauty and athletic grace of Nancy Kerrigan, bronze medalist at the Albertville Olympics and arguably the favorite for Lillehammer in 1994. And you'd see 1991 national champion Tonya Harding-Gillooly. In top form, the best natural athlete still competing in the sport. And you'd see the world-class artistry of professionals like 1988 Olympian Caryn Kadavy and 1984 silver medalist Rosalind Sumners. If you could dream a competition, you'd match the professional artists against the current Olympians, and you'd have a competition never seen before today, that is, as CBS Sports brings you the first ever competition between Olympians past and Olympians present on Olympic Winterfest Countdown to Lillehammer. Valley in south central Pennsylvania is the setting for a breakthrough competition in the world of figure skating. We're in Hershey. The shape of the streetlights would tell you that, even if the sign didn't. And this is the Hershey Park Arena, our home for this afternoon's event. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Crysler Concorde Pro-Am Figure Skating Challenge. I'm Vern Lundquist, along with Scott Hamilton. A truly unique event. The first time we've had Olympians past, present, and future competing in a Pro-Am event.
It's actually kind of weird. When you look at Nancy Kerrigan and Tonya Harding-Gillooly, the only real experience they've had with Rosalind Sumners and Caryn Kadavy is watching them on television in other way back when Olympic Games. In 84 and 88, the emphasis was on artistry. Now it's on technical proficiency. Nancy Kerrigan combines them both, and Tonya Harding-Gillooly is making a lot of strides to combine them both. So you're having a clashing of styles and focuses here, and it's going to be a real interesting and exciting event.
We have been joined by the third member of our broadcast crew. Let's go backstage right now to Tracy Wilson.
This event is loosely based on an Olympic competition in that there is a technical and an artistic program. But there's something new for everybody. For the amateurs, they will hear vocal music for the first time in competition. For the professionals, they'll go back to the amateur scoring system where the judges award marks out of 6.0. For all of the skaters, this is a big payday. $50,000 for first place, down to $20,000 for fourth place. What's the difference between the amateurs and the pros? Well, the pros get to put the paycheck in their pocket when they leave here today. The amateurs have to put their money in a trust fund, and they get to pay their skating expenses with it.
Thank you, Tracy. The competition began with a 2-minute 40-second race. For that technical program was the 1987 world bronze medalist, Caryn Kadavy. Here's how we called her performance. Caryn Kadavy is skating to the music of Phoebe Snow. A song entitled At Last.
She is such a beautiful skater. Her line, great presentation. What has hurt her is consistency. Combination is very important. A triple toe loop.
So that's an automatic deduction for not completing the combo.
Probably a .4 deduction. Such a shame, too, because she has so many wonderful qualities. Single axle, there will be another deduction.
There are a total, Scott, of 8 required elements in the technical program.
There's jump combinations, 2 doubles or a double and a triple. There's a required double axle, and then any other double jump. Those are the jumps. There's 3 spins, 2 sections of footwork. The jumps seem to be the most hazardous. And Caryn has missed the triple toe loop and the double axle. She's in a lot of trouble right now.
Kadavy's technical program skated earlier. 2 sets of marks, one for required elements, and those marks understandably on the low side, 4.4 to a 4.8. The marks came up considerably for presentation. Next to skate, Nancy Kerrigan, who's getting quite aware of the presence of TV
Professionals.
And now Nancy Kerrigan's technical program at the Pro-Am Figure Skating Challenge, skated earlier. If this music and this performance seems familiar, it should. It's because Nancy dazzled us all with this same program in Albertville last February.
She's been struggling with this combination. She opens, triple lutz, double toe, beautifully done.
A smile for her coaches, Evie and Mary Stockwell, as she goes by. Technical program accounting for 1/3 of the total score. 2 minutes and 40 seconds in length.
Combines all the qualities of great amateur skating as well as professional skating. Her line, presentation is very professional. Double axel, nicely landed.
Do you think she should be the favorite to win this?
Absolutely. She's ranked the highest in the world, and she's been skating very well. She struggled on practice a little bit today, but when she has to deliver the goods like that triple lutz double toe, she pulled it off brilliantly. Jump. She goes into it from a shoot to duck all the way from down there into the air. Nicely landing.
That was the technical program of Nancy Kerrigan. And the 9 judges gave her high marks for the required elements, the predominant score of 5.7. And her mark for presentation went up, a predominant score of 5.8. Next, Rosalind Sumners, the Olympic silver medalist in '84 and the leading professional in this unique competition.
They're trying to blend the two, you know, the strength of the amateur skating, but the artistic side of professional. And hopefully, I guess, force us maybe to be a little more athletic. But to compete right now, because this is so new, to really take the two and compete against each other, you definitely see two looks out there.
And here's how we call the look of Rosalind Sumners in the technical program as she skated to the music of Peggy Lee.
You had a plan of money 1922. You let other women make a fool of you. Why don't you do right?
No one in this competition is more excited to be in this competition than Rosalind. She's been training very hard. She's skating very well.
Get out of here and get me some money.
She doesn't do triples anymore, but just double axel, double toe, beautifully landed.
Wondering what it's all about. You ain't got no money, they will put you out. Why don't you do right?
Well, she hasn't been judged by 9 judges in 8 years. Can she be competitive without those triples?
It'll be hard for her to beat Nancy, that's for sure. Tonya, if Tonya skates well, it'll be hard for her to beat. Oh, she just came out early on that double lutz. That's going to hurt her. It's hard to compete against the present skaters without triple jumps. Rosalind can counter that with beautiful artistry and a nice double axel.
Get me some money.
Double axel, nicely landed. Well, if anything, she missed the easy stuff, and she hit all the hard stuff. So she's going to be happy with that performance. She's just going to be a little embarrassed about that double X.
That double lutz did cost Rosalind Sumners for the required elements, but her scores were good enough to place her second to Nancy Kerrigan. With 1 skater remaining, Tonya Harding-Gillooly. Gillooly, 1991 U.S. champion and world silver medalist, though she has struggled since then. We last saw Tonya Harding-Gillooly at Skate Canada 3 weeks ago, where she had a very disappointing performance. But she said she's lost 10 pounds since then and rediscovered her triple lutz.
Coming up right now is a triple loop, and she singles it. Now she has to improvise. That was her combination, and she did a single loop, so she's going to have to figure out what she's going to do now, whether she's going to try to fit another combination in somewhere and take a deduction on the easier jump. Double flip. So that means that she is going to be severely deducted for the combination. That's a very costly error. These technical programs are very specific. They give you 8 required elements. You can't add and you can't subtract. You've got to do 8 required elements. Very much a do-or-die performance.
Is there any chance for her to come back and fit that into the program?
She's not allowed to add anything. Once you miss it, it's missed. You cannot add another element to the program. Another required element, a serpentine footwork step. It covers the entire surface of ice. One thing about a serpentine step, as opposed to a circular sequence or a straight line, is it really takes your legs. The last jump, double axel. She really needs this. And her final combination spin. 1 change of foot, 2 changes of position are required. Well, aside from the combination, a very solid effort.
It was a very satisfying performance for Tonya Harding-Gillooly, and the judges rewarded her in kind, placing her second to Nancy Kerrigan. So here are the standings after the technical program, which accounts for 1/3 of the final score. Nancy Kerrigan first, Tonya Harding-Gillooly in second, followed by Rosalind Sumners and Caryn Kadavy. Backstage, a moment to pause and... This is one of the features called I Dreamed a Dream.
Triple toe loop. Nicely landed. She struggles with these jumps, and to see her come out and open with double axel and do a triple toe loop, she's got to be so excited.
Kadavy is a beautiful young woman for whom the Olympic dreams died an unexpected death. She was a member of the '88 Olympic team. Came in as a bronze medalist in the World Championships in '87. She skated the short program with a 100-degree fever. Finished sixth. Woke up the morning of the long program and the fever had increased to 103 and she couldn't compete. She skates as a professional now and has earned a legion of fans.
Program by Caryn Kadavy. She is going to be so thrilled.
She is Caryn Kadavy, engaged to be married to Dr. Brett Johnson. The wedding will take place in Pennsylvania next summer.
The one thing that's held her back year after year is inconsistency on the triple jumps. Look at the focus and concentration. She reaches back 3 revolutions here, and watch her face when she lands this. It's like, yeah, I did it. That's so exciting. I'm really happy for her.
And now the marks for Caryn Kadavy for technical merit.
5.5. 5.5. 5.5.
I think these marks are very good. She's the first skater. She skated clean. That's her biggest victory right there. I don't know how much she expected to get out of this competition, but to come out and skate a clean performance with a triple jump, huge personal victory.
What are you gonna do, right?
And her artistic marks are definitely going to go up.
Wait.
And here are the marks for composition and style.
5.7.
They did.
When you see Caryn Kadavy on a good day where she's hitting all the triples and she's doing her programs, I think she's probably the finest skater never to win a national championship on an on-day.
Caryn Kadavy in fourth place. 28-year-old Rosalind Sumners from Palo Alto, California. Kate Bush, it's called This Woman's Work.
Watch the extension, the line, presentation. This is something you learn as a professional. Roz had a lot of great qualities when she was an amateur skater. She was a great champion, a world champion in '83. But she's really learned to perform and learned to use music beautifully as a professional.
I mentioned that Rosalind was born in Palo Alto. She now makes her home in Seattle, Washington. One wonders what might have been in a skating career. How about Rosalind Sumners? World champion, as Scott said, in 1983, and a gold medal favorite in Sarajevo, where she finished second by 1/10 of a point to a young lady from East Germany named Caryn.
Double axel. Beautifully landed. Lots of room on the way down.
Decision to concentrate on the artistic.
You tour a lot. It's really hard, city after city after city, to do the triples every single time. And Roz is really focused on the audience. Beautiful performance.
It was indeed Rosalind Sumners, Seattle, Washington, and the silver medalist in the 1984 Winter Olympics.
Here's a replay of her double axel. Look at the height, the air position. She is done rotating so early. Look at this. Boom. Kicks out. Nice flow on the landing. That's about as well as Rosalind could have delivered that program.
Really good. Nice.
The girl has fun with combinations in her program.
That's a new program.
There is no electronic scoreboard here in Hershey Park, so we've done it the old-fashioned way and a much more beautiful way. 9 young women who take the marks out. They're called caddies. And on the whistle, they lift the marks for technical merit, and the crowd then responds with boos.
Well, what separated her from Kadavy was the triple toe loop. Again, what she did beautifully. It was a great performance. She couldn't have skated it any better. The triple toe loop was the only difference I could see between she and Kadavy. This judging is new for these judges. They're not really sure what to look at, how to do it, or anything else. There's a system of judging that's been in place for 100 years, and they bent things here and they moved things over here to accommodate the professionals, to allow the pros to be pros.
Well, let's see if the marks do go up for artistic composition and style. They go up a bit.
I think these are pretty low. I'm disappointed in those marks for Rosalind. She did a beautiful routine. It was musical. It was seamless from end to end. Those are disappointing marks.
Obviously, Rosalind is disappointed. Coming next, Tonya Harding-Gillooly, Hershey, Pennsylvania, the 1991 U.S. National Champion. She is second coming into the artistic portion of the program. Here is Tonya Harding-Gillooly. Skating to the music of Robin Hood, with a vocal added for this competition by Brian Adams. Free skate, the artistic portion, worth 2/3 of the total score. So if Tonya Harding-Gillooly wins this portion, she wins the event.
Huge triple southpaw.
Good start.
You can almost see 2 rows of seats under her feet on that jump. The jump she missed in the technical program at triple loop, she struggled a little bit in the warm-up. Nicely done.
And something we don't see a lot from Tonya Harding-Gillooly, a smile during the performance.
Trademark triple jumps, a triple toe loop into double toe loop, triple toe, double toe. This is not the Tonya Harding-Gillooly we saw in Skate Canada. She seems focused, her concentration is great, and every jump she's hit so far has been gorgeous.
Well, as we indicated earlier in the program, she said she came back from Victoria, British Columbia a little disgusted. She quickly lost 10 pounds, and as she said, rediscovered the triple Lutz.
Kerrigan. So hard. Triple flip. Joe, she changed her mind in midair and she couldn't get out of it. 2.5 revolutions. Tough call. Sometimes when you're in the air for a jump like a triple and you know it's not going to happen, you try to get out of it, and that's what it looked like Tonya was trying to do.
For her self-confidence to do well in this competitive kind of climate.
Even with the triple flip, the problems she had at Skate Canada were not evident here at all. I think it's a great step for her. And she is putting the pressure on Nancy Kerrigan to skate well. Very unexpected. Nice surprise.
Nice to see that smile, too.
Watch the size of this jump. Just watch her feet and how high they get off the ice. It is just huge and perfectly landed. Now this happens in midair. You're really not sure where you are, and all of a sudden you say, nope, I'm not going to do it. Change your mind. Right there, she's trying to figure out how to get out of it. It's so hard because you're only in the jump. You're only in the air less than a second, and if you change your mind, it's luck in order to come out of it on your feet.
The judges mark for Tonya.
Now the judges march for technical merit for Tonya Harding-Gillooly.
5.8. 5.8.
These are great marks, those 5.8. 5.8s, I think, are a little high. That was a very costly fall on the triple flip, and it obviously reflects the quality of what she did. The 3 triples she did at the beginning of the program were just gorgeous. That is her strength.
5.7.
Tonya Harding-Gillooly is an asthmatic, so often has some difficulty catching her breath when she sits down to wait for the marks. And the marks for composition and style are coming up next.
This is something she's really tried to improve, her artistry, and these marks may go down a little bit. And they do.
5.6.
She's working towards it, but you can see she took advantage of being able to use the vocal music, so she opened with Robin Hood. In her long program that she'll use at the Nationals and the World Championships this year, she kept the Robin Hood theme all the way through, and even though both pieces of music are from Robin Hood, they didn't quite mesh. I think that's what the judges are reflecting.
So the opening remains for Nancy Kerrigan. She'll skate when we come back. It's been quite a...
The replay we just showed you, reaches back, a little forward on the landing again. This jump could be key. Triple Lutz, she landed a beautiful one in the warm-up. Double.
That'll restore her sense of well-being.
This program is incredible. It's choreographed by Mary Stockholm. She sweats over every music edit. Spends hours locked up in her room, coming up with a perfect musical edit.
The music, by the way, is from Beauty and the Beast. a couple of bobbles along the way.
Not a bad performance. Some people end their programs with big jumps, others with speed. Nancy ends her program with a beautiful, beautiful spiral. It's just great how a signature skating move done with quality can be appreciated by a sophisticated, educated audience.
Nancy Kerrigan. Her mom, Brenda, is here. So is her brother, Michael.
Coach Evie Scottfold said whenever you land forwards, that means that your arms are a little bit early, and there it was. Her arms were just a little bit early. Forward landing, puts her hand down. Little problem on the triple flip, but no problem on this triple toe loop, double toe loop combination. She reaches back, 3 revolutions, nice tight air position, reaches back and just pops off an easy double toe loop.
Yeah, I just didn't want to. I don't know why.
Technically, her program wasn't as strong as Tonya Harding's, but artistically, it was far superior.
Well, we have said there is a dilemma for the judges. You got a hint as to which way they'll go?
I'll do it.
It's a Pro-Am. I think they're going to go with the artistry.
I was kind of slow for some reason. So late.
With her coaches, Mary and Evie Scottfold, sitting by her side, Nancy Kerrigan waits for the first set of marks in technical merit.
Judges mark
And here they are.
for technical merit. 5 points.
Wow.
5.7.
A little disparity there. A couple 5/8 and 9.
5.7.
Kind of makes you wonder if she didn't put her hand out, it might have gotten to 6-1.
5.7.
No, those are great marks. What she did very well. And her second mark should go up because the program is brilliant. I really enjoy it. It's seamless.
Dad. Where's the hair? Dad.
And now the moment for the second set of
Oh, my
marks.
feet hurt. Yep. I know.
Evie's the jump guy on the right. Mary's the choreographer lady on the left.
Here they are. Composition and style.
5.9.
Nancy has it all. She's got the technical ability to match her artistic impression in that program. Again, Mary sweats over every edit, every step,
And the 5.8.
and it's all worth the effort.
That's $50,000 in cash that goes into the trust fund for our champion, Nancy Kerrigan. She'll talk with First on the ice in the technical program was Todd Eldredge. And here's the way Tracy Wilson and I called the conclusion of his performance. This technical program, 2 minutes and 40 seconds in length, is really where Todd Eldredge should shine.
This is definitely his strength. Coming up a triple Lutz. Beautifully done.
Remember now, Todd missed his planned combination earlier in the program. That occurred when he turned what was to be a triple axel into a double.
He's got to do his triple axel. He's changing now to a triple loop double toe combination. That is all right because he will still get marks for that, but he would have been marked higher had he done his original combination, which was a triple axel.
Because of the difficulty of the jump.
That's right. The triple axel is the most difficult triple jump, but full marks for Todd for being able to get it in at the end of his program.
Not a lot of variance in the marks for Todd Eldredge. They range from 5.5 to 5.6. It was 34-year-old Scott Hamilton who had not competed since 1984. In that year, he won the U.S. Championship, the World Championship, and the Olympic gold medal at Sarajevo before going on to a dazzling professional career. It's been a long time since Scott Hamilton finished any place other than first, but it had also been 8 years since he had to skate a technical program. And here's how we called his return.
Ladies and gentlemen, Scott Hamilton.
Scotty is skating to music from the City of Angels.
Now, right away, you'll notice that the use of vocals in this program, Scott will be the only competitor in the men's event to use vocals in the technical program. That is because it was originally a show program, which he adapted to fit these rules. Coming up, the most important element, the triple jump combination. Scott is doing a triple Lutz double toe. Here it is. He hung on.
And then breathed a big sigh of relief.
Huge sigh of relief.
I was so struck, Tracy, in talking to Scott this afternoon. He kept emphasizing how truly nervous he was about this competition.
As a professional, you're always at liberty just to open up that jump and make it a nice, easy double, but here you can't. Scott says if I can land the triple toe, then I can breathe easily. Here it is.
He's breathing easier. Well, we talked about the technical being Todd Eldredge's strength. This is where Scotty Hamilton was really nervous, the technical portion of the competition.
There's no room for error. One mistake and you can be at the bottom of the pack. Now watch his footwork. Not many people use the intricate footwork anymore, but Scott uses it full advantage. Backflip. We've never seen that before in a technical program. A backflip is not allowed in amateur competition.
Emphasizing yet again how unique this format is for making history here in Hershey. There was a wide variance in the marks given to Scott Hamilton, a low of 5.1 to a high of 5.8. But those marks did put him ahead of Todd Eldredge, with Mark Mitchell and Paul Wylie still to skate. the Olympic team by 1/10 of a point on one judge's scorecard, losing to the eventual silver medalist, Paul Wylie. '24-year-old Mark Mitchell, one of the most stylish American skaters.
Coming up, his combination, a triple loop double toe. Very clean, very solid.
Mark, of course, one of the amateurs in the competition. And his season has gotten off to a terrific start. He was third in Skate America in Atlanta.
Triple flip off 3 turns. Light lean, but he landed it nicely.
And just concluded a first-place visit to Paris for Trophy La Ligue, where he won the men's singles title.
And he is very happy to be here. It's just the prize money alone has just made it, it's going to take a lot of pressure off him because he knows he's going to be able to pay some of those skating bills this year.
Just to reiterate, the money for the amateurs goes into a trust fund, but a fourth-place finish here is $20,000, which for an amateur skater is a huge amount.
It's huge. You often don't make that in a year, let alone in 2 days of competition. Sequence, another required element. He looks very comfortable and confident out there.
Mark's scores, ranging from 5.5 to 5.8, put him ahead of Scott Hamilton, after a most surprising end to his amateur one. Paul Wylie never finished higher than 9th at a world championship. 3 years ago, even his mother told him to quit. And then came Albertville. Third after the technical program, he almost won the free skate and went home an Olympic silver medalist for the rest of his life. In his first competition since the Olympics, this was Paul Wylie's technical program. Paul truly has become an extraordinarily popular figure in American figure skating because of his experience in Albertville. And now, the final contestant of a technical program, and this has always been a trouble spot for him.
And this is the same program he performed at the Albertville Olympics. Right now, the difficult triple axel double toe combination. Unable to complete the triple axel, that will be a deduction. Reacquainting himself with it the last couple of weeks as he's been busy on his new professional career. Triple flip. Well done.
I mentioned a moment ago that the original program, what used to be called the original program, is now the technical program, has always been a problem spot for Paul Wylie. I so vividly recall in Albertville when his coach, Evie Scottfold, after practice that week said, boy, he is skating so well. If he can just get through it, And he did.
He was always having to come from behind and try and play catch-up in the long program. That was the one big competition where he was able to do it when it counts. Jump, the double axel.
Technical program, 1/3 of the total score. The artistic follow. Wylie's marks for presentation a bit higher than his marks for the required element. And after the technical program...
Up a triple loop. Focus in this program for Todd is still on his jumps, although he really has worked on bringing up his artistry. Preparing now for a triple Lutz. Very well done, and he did it in combination with a double toe.
Todd suffered through a disastrous season a year ago. Had to sit out the U.S. Championships with a bad back. Was given a berth on the Olympic team. But things didn't go much better for him in Albertville, where he finished 10th. Young man who now lives and trains in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, having moved there from San Diego. And a very impressive start to this season with wins already at Skate America and the Nations Cup at Gelsenkirchen, Germany.
Look at how fast he is spinning and the number of changes of position. This is an excellent, excellent spin. Todd's critics would say that he really needed to work on his artistry. And you can see in this program, he's trying a little bit of everything, reaching all levels and really trying to reach out into the audience and the judges.
Unfortunately, from the laughter in the crowd, I don't think that was having the desired effect. In this Pro-Am Figure Skating Challenge, there is no restriction on the length of a program, and Todd Eldredge has now gone well beyond 4 minutes, almost 4.5, which is the normal time limitation for the men's long program.
That was an interesting decision to do a program as long as Todd is doing this one. 5.5 minutes. Incredible amount of endurance it takes to complete a program of that length. Coming up a double axel. Well, he's got the strength even at the end of a long program. His artistry has improved, but I still feel like he's positioning and placing his arms as opposed to really feeling the music. And when he can achieve that, he'll move and take his skating into the next level.
Todd Eldredge with a strenuous effort. 5 minutes and 39 seconds.
Coming up, a look at Todd's triple Lutz double toe combination. Good height on the triple Lutz and easily adds a double toe.
9 judges scoring on a 6-point basis, and here are the marks from the judges for technical merit. And they rank from a 5.6 to a 5.7. 5.6. Well, you've heard of caddies in golf. These are caddies in figure skating, an old-fashioned way of presenting the marks to the audience. These young ladies get the marks from the respective judges. They skate to center ice. The competitors wait. And then the young women present the marks for Todd Eldredge's composition and style.
5.7. Well, this says a lot because often Todd's marks will drop in the artistic score, and these are equal to the technical mark.
Todd Eldredge can win this event, but he does need help. Someone has to defeat Mark Mitchell, and Todd Eldredge has to win the free skate, the artistic portion, for him to capture the first place prize. Scott. This music is called A Whiter Shade of Pale, associated with a group called Procol Harum. This version is sung by Jack Mack and the Heart Attacks, good friends of Scott's.
Triple toe loop, he's looking very comfortable, and more triples already than I've ever seen him do at a number since he competed in '84.
a trademark. And we might have an extra treat in store for you.
He got penalized for doing the backflip in the short program, in the technical program, but he's been assured he's allowed to put it in today.
I can assure you he is really thrilled. We'll check the marks for Scott Hamilton.
Wow. They're all over the place.
There's a 5.5 and a 5.8, so that's your range. The 5.5 getting booed by the crowd.
He even got a 5.9. So the judges not quite sure what to do with Scott.
Sorry, Tom. Tom, we'll play golf when I get to Milwaukee. Your wife's doing a great job in the judging stage. She really is.
All of a sudden, he's lapsed back into his role as a commentator. Now the judges mark for composition and style.
People get relaxed.
Marks for artistic impression.
5.8, and way on the end, judge number 8 has given him a 5.4.
5.6. 5.8.
5.4 is hard to understand. But regardless of the mark, Scott has to be happy with that performance. He can't do it much better than that.
Now, Roger put his head down.
He kept describing this week in this competition as weird. No one knew exactly what to expect, and I would imagine he hasn't changed his mind.
Look at him, Paul.
And on the ice right from the most recent Olympic competition, 1992 in Albertville, Paul Wylie. And Paul, like Scott Hamilton, will do a reflection of a time gone by. This is Paul Wylie's tribute to John F. Kennedy, and he will state this to the music of the movie JFK.
Jump will be a planned triple flip. Nails it. Up next, double axel. footwork sequence. Not only does he do a number of turns, he has many changes of positions, and look at the speed he maintains throughout.
Such a terrific stylist.
Vern, he has beautiful lines, and he uses every beat of his music. Coming up, a look at his triple flip. Beginning of the program, he gets up nicely in the air. A little scratchy on the landing, but hey, he'll take that. Now let's take a look at the triple Lutz. Not a problem with this. He picks in, up in the air. Now watch the speed he holds onto his landing. Very, very solid.
Now the marks for Paul Wylie for technical merit.
5.6.
There's a 5.6, which gets negative response from the crowd, but at the other end, a 5.9 and a 5.5.
Well, now that 5.5 is coming from judge number 8, who is marking low. So it's only important is to how she marks each skater relative to the other skaters.
And for example, she has marked Scott Hamilton lower than Paul Wylie.
These marks, I hope, will be higher.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sixes.
You can't use your music any better than Paul Wylie did in that program. Every beat, outstanding.
Only Wylie, who won the spot on the Olympic team by 1/10 of 1 point. And now Mark Mitchell has a chance to win first prize if he can beat Paul Wylie in the free skate.
Jump, a triple loop double toe combination. Perfectly done. Coming up, double axel. This is Mark's competitive program. They have shortened it by 40 seconds and have taken out some of the triple jumps so we can concentrate on performing this number.
He's skating to the music of Don Quixote by Minkus. Mark, now 24 years of age, lives in the Boston area. There are many who feel like his time is yet to come and that he will be a strong contender for not only a berth on the U.S. team in Lillehammer, but a medal as well.
Mark is preparing for a triple light. Well done. Triple salve.
Is this the kind of a program, in your estimation, that can sway the judges and keep him in front of Paul Wylie?
Paul Wylie's was so emotional. It's going to be very tough. And all of the men are skating well. Triple toe, and he opened up and did a double. Now that won't cost him. That's his choice.
Four-year-old Mark Mitchell. He was the leader after the technical program. You've now seen his artistic program. Will it be enough to sway the judges? Mitchell on the first set of marks from 9 judges for technical merit.
The judges there rewarding his technical difficulty. It was jam-packed with footwork. It was a competitive program. The important mark will be the second mark for artistic impression.
Well, those first marks for technical merit are higher than the marks given to Paul Wylie. And now the second set of marks, the critical set, these for composition and style for Mark Mitchell.
Marks for artistic impression. 5.8.
And those marks are below the marks given Wylie, who had those 6 perfect 6.0s. So that will not get it done. Mark Mitchell winds up in second.
Paul, good job out there. Congratulations. What was it like for you to win a competition that really represented the past, the present, and the future of figure skating?
Well, it was just great to win a competition. I mean, I haven't won one in quite a long time, and I was just praying today that I would do that. So it was great. And it's just being here at this sort of groundbreaking event is fun because, you know, I think this represents the future of figure skating, and it was fun to compete against Scott Hamilton again. He did a great job. I think that Todd and Mark did a great job too, and everybody skated well, and I think that this is a fun concept, and I hope that they continue with it.
So much fun for you. Do you think about rejoining the competitive ranks as an eligible skater?
No. I have too many things to do right now, and I have a great professional career going. I am competing as a professional all the time, but it's just that I have 2 years really to accomplish my goals and then go off back to school. And so I have to I don't have the time to take
to go back to being an eligible skater again. And I wish them all well, and I hope that I'm there to watch them in Lillehammer, but I'm not going to be there.
Today in Hershey, Pennsylvania, we're going to focus on some of America's foremost skaters doing exhibitions before the crowd here and on the ice right now. Fresh from their Olympic effort in Albertville, Rachel Meyer and Peter Breen, American ice dancers.
This competition falls right in the middle of the international competitive season. They just came back from La Ligue Trophy in Paris, where they came in 8th. And Rachel's suffering from a slight groin pull. She's going to take a couple weeks off when she gets home to heal up and get ready for the national championships in January.
Rachel Meyer, Peter Breen in Hershey, Pennsylvania, and the Chrysler Concorde Pro-Am Figure Skating Challenge will continue after this break. The music she chose to... Now, Elizabeth Punzel and Jared Swallow, the 1991 U.S. Ice Dancing Champions. This an exhibition.
They were third last year and missed making the Olympic team by 1 spot. They were devastated by that third place finish, but I think they've really improved even since in the 6 months since I've last seen them. This is part of their competitive program.
Elizabeth Punzel and Jared Swallow with an exhibition here in Hershey.